Starting at the third guard position, a 5'10" junior, wearing number 13, Henry Lungians. Starting at one forward for the Maroons, a 6'7" junior, wearing number 21, Grant Vanderzee. And rounding off the roster for the Maroons, a 6'8" senior, wearing number 2, Luke Mishmerheisen. The Maroons of Holland Christian are coached in his 4th year by Brad Jansen. He's assisted by Ty Van Weeren, Mr. Kevin Kuhlman, and Mr. Sam Sportel. Good luck to both teams. Let's play Maroons varsity basketball.
Welcome to the Civic Center for the non-league matchup tonight between the Wyoming Wolves and your Holland Christian Maroons. Jonathan Haag and Mark Vandenbosch with you tonight. Sit back and enjoy the game.
Fun matchup this should be. And right off the bat, pressure from Wyoming. Holland Christian inbound.
Yeah, Jonathan, it's good to be back at the Civic with you as the Maroons are halfway through their OK conference slate. You always have kind of a flex game between the first half and the second half of the season, and it'll be good to see the Maroons against the Wolves tonight. And a bucket by Williams in transition puts the Wolves up 2-0 early.
And that will be an early foul on Jack Hogan. And as you were saying, yeah, after the first round of conference matches for Holland Christian, a solid 5-3 record. And on Friday, they'll be facing Coopersville at the Civic, wanting a revenge game after losing to them early in the season, in a close one.
Karsten on the wing, little dribble drive penetration, cut off nicely by the Wolves defender, but nice pass to Vanderzee, who made a nice cut and a bucket in the lane.
Wyoming need a little more off-ball movement if they want to make a play work here. And that's a tough layup, rebounded by Langion.
Yeah, some solid D by the Maroons. And Karsten with a three-point look, good. And he puts the Maroons up 5-2.
Karsten has just been absolutely elite from three this season. There's no other way to put it. No matter how far away he is or if the defender has a hand up, his shot is so high up, impossible to block.
Holland Christian 8-6 coming into tonight, while Wyoming is 4-10. But Wyoming has played some teams tough this year, namely the Grand Rapids Christian Eagles. They only lost to 5 earlier this year, and the Eagles are ranked in the state in Division II.
Langion shot blocked by behind there, but Holland Christian will retain possession out of the sideline. Wyoming right now really slipping in passing lanes right now. Not giving Holland Christian an easy shot at the basket.
Mitch Merheisen between the circles to Haag, and they're going to get Mitch for a moving screen. And Mitch Merheisen picks up an early foul tonight. Not yet 2 minutes into tonight's matchup. Wyoming coming off a loss to Muskegon last week Friday. You know, one of the things, Jonathan, I look for tonight is just the Maroons' size and their need to take advantage of that.
Yeah, for sure. If they are a big threat from three with Carson and Haig, it just spaces out the defense enough where Vanderzee and Mishmereisen, they can get those important momentum-changing dunks and just dominate on the inside.
Oh, nice move by Karsten. A little hesitation and up and in. As you said, Jonathan, he's really come on offensively this season, and the Maroons have needed it. You always got to love the smooth lefties, and Mitch traveled and turns the ball over to the Wolves.
Yeah, I think both teams so far early in this first quarter, they'll be needing more ball movement on offense. A little bit just stagnant so far.
Wiggins directing traffic for his team. He's going to take it to the rim, and a nice scoop up and over Mitchmerheisen's outstretched arms and in. That was a nice little runner by the point guard. And the Wolves are up 8-7. Just under 4 minutes left in the first quarter here at the Civic Center. And Mitchmerheisen's going to go to the free throw line. There's been some basketball here tonight. We're in the third game of a triple header. The Holland Christian Maroon JV team beat Hart, and then John, you were on the call last game with Holland Christian's girls team taking on an 8-2 Hart team. That went down to the wire.
Yeah, tough free throw shooting at the end. Hart brought it back, but Holland Christian was just able to edge him out.
And Mitchmerheisen makes both. Wolves in transition as Williams directs traffic. Haig with a rebound and a good look up court. Some fancy passing by the Maroons, and Vanderzee able to put the Maroons up 3. Nice take by Warren Williams to the rim. You know, Jonathan, I'll tell you, the Maroons, once they put it all together, they'll be a tough out.
Yeah.
They've got size. As Mitchmerheisen misses the layup. They've got size, they've got shooting, they've got solid point guard play.
Yeah, they can just dominate the court from anywhere, any position. And if they keep that up, good defense, good offense, does not make it easy for Wyoming here.
Wiggins on the right wing, little pick and roll action, and Wiggins has shown a little like for that scoop shot. No good there, but they are able to get the rebound, and he puts it back up and in.
It looks like Wyoming are really relying on offense for just an ISO play. And after that gets going, then the offense starts moving a little bit. As that will be a jump ball. Good defense by Wyoming there.
Langyans replaces Karsten, who gave him an early burst with 5 quick points offensively. Oh, a nice block by Vanderzee.
Holland Christian just lulled the offense to a false sense of security. And then they got the rim protector down low as Vanderzee knocks down a 2-point.
And great vision by Haig, the point guard. We've seen that all year long with him as that 3-point shot is short. Gravenhoff clears the loose ball and gets it to his trusted point guard, Haggis Sr. There you see it again. Nice pass. Langons unable to convert. And they're going to get a foul on Gravenhoff. And Jansen not happy with that call. You know, that's a tough one, Jonathan. It's one of those things that there's the verticality piece. And what happens is when you have a person that has good size walling up and a smaller kid jumping into them and falling, there's a habit to maybe call that a foul. Many refs will just let that go. Verticality, kid fell, but he caused the contact, not the defender. That's what happened there, and that's what Jansen was talking about with the official.
Yeah, that's exactly right. One of those instances where it's a tough finish for the point guard, but also perfect defense by the defender. And good drive by Langyans. Kick out to Vanderzee. Three is no good. But there's a fight for the offense rebound. And it will go to Wyoming. And Desmard will sub in for Vanderzee. Going with a smaller lineup right now, Holland Christian. And they will set up in their 1-2-2 full court press and zone. And that's a great drive there by Jack Hogan.
Langon's between the circles. And it appears with just over 30 seconds left, the Maroons might be willing to just hold for the last shot. But a turnover will change that narrative. And you wonder if Wyoming, up 16-13, will hold for the last shot.
Yeah, first quarter has gone well for them. And a great way to end it would be just getting a nice, easy shot. Although Desmond Meyer.
Des with a good play.
Steal.
Way to get his hands in the passing lanes.
That's what he does. He's such a long player. He gets those cheeky little steals.
Hagg's going to get the last shot off. Looks, and he's good. They're going to give him two. But great court awareness by Hagg. Able to get the shot off and convert. And we've got a good one brewing. 16-15, end of one. You're going to want to stay with us as the second quarter will begin here shortly. Any first quarter observations there? That was a frantic pace.
Yes, just high energy from both teams. They love to push it in transition. Just solid offense, making tough shots, both teams. I think that's a solid quarter for both teams.
Yeah, and you notice Wyoming likes to, in the offensive half-court set, they like to spread out teams and really leverage their quickness, their speed, and their ability to get to the rim against a taller team.
Yeah, for sure. The point guard just starts off the possession going 1v1 with his defender. And then after that, they just scramble for the ball and get their nice buckets. And it's been working for them in this first quarter.
Okay, so they did count that as a three-point shot by Hagg, and we start the second quarter like we did the beginning of the game, tied. This time, not tied at 0, tied at 16.
Exactly right. And Holland Christian will start out this second quarter.
Hag with a hezzy. And looking to get the ball down low. Good cut by Karsten. Found himself open.
Great.
Tell you, great players move with the ball effectively, and Karsten has done that so far. But a quick triple back there by Calvert. Calvert, a junior, puts the Wolves up one, but Hag quickly gets to the rim. He's going to shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, Haig definitely likes that Euro step around the rim. Gets the defenders jumping with the first step. And then they have the open hoop, and he will shoot 2.
Hag good on the first. And Carson with a rebound. Carson's having a nice night. He's affecting the game in quite a positive fashion. Double dribble there by the Wolves, and the official caught it. Wiggins has shown a really nice ability to get to the rim.
Yeah, and he's got a finishing package there too. Some tough layups over Mishmreisen.
Wolves active defensively, and I'll tell you, you saw Hag on a backdoor cut there. I think that's something that when you face an aggressive defense like that, you got to keep moving on offense and moving without the ball, and those backdoor screens can be cuts can be so effective.
That'll be a jump ball from that loose ball, and Wyoming will take possession.
Going to call a carry on Edwards. He got a little too fancy with it, and the Maroons will take over. Wolves extend their defense a little bit on Hag, but he easily breaks it.
And that pass is deflected away, and an easy layup for Barenbrinker.
You definitely see the Maroons transitioning quickly from defense to offense. They definitely want to run and make this an up and down game. Although they've shown some success in a half-court set, they really want to get up and down. And again, you're going to see them push. Smart play by Calvert to pull it back, as the Maroons had 3 defenders back. .535 left in the first half of tonight's Holland Christian boys game against the Wyoming Wolves. It's 21-19. The Wolves up by 2 in what's been an entertaining game on HCLive.
Yes, Wyoming is just showing their quickness on defense. They love to anticipate the passing lanes, but it means that if Holland Christian can kind of juke them out a little bit, you have a wide open cut to the hoop. So Holland Christian will just keep wanting to be shifty on offense, not allowing the Wolves any easy steals. That'll be a tripping call on Barenbrinker. And HC will have it under the basket again. Bruxford feeds Mischmerheisen. And it's under the basket again for Holland Christian. Three inbounds in one possession. I wonder if they have any plays left.
And Baker with a move. Wiggins reaches in and will get called for the foul. That'll be the fourth team foul by the Wolves. Next one will put the Maroons at the free throw line for 2. So we've got over 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Next foul puts the Maroons at the line, and they'll be there on every successive foul after that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And just seeing how physical Wyoming is playing on defense, we'll definitely be seeing them at the line this quarter. And maybe they can bring this game back to tied or even a lead. And a clumsy possession there.
Oh, that's an offensive foul. They're going to get it. Yeah, you saw the guard as he drove lane extend his arm, and the officials were right on top of it.
Yeah, a lot of the times the offensive player can get away with that foul as long as he beats his defender first and then extends the off arm. But props to Michael Haig for staying in front of him and really making that foul clear.
Oh, good take by Haig, but a nice block by number 20, Jack Hogan.
And you might have noticed a little stare down there by Hogan. We'll see how Michael Haig takes that next possession.
Yeah, we will. Love how these kids compete. Carson with a triple try, no good, and Mischmerheisen leveraging his length gets the rebound. Good backdoor cut, as we've been talking about all night long, by Vanderzee. You see how that's just going to, and that's going to be something that they have to continue to deploy all game long.
Yeah, exactly. That's just going to be a huge source of offense. Even if you don't make that layup, we have so many men under the basket to get those offensive rebounds. And as you see, it results in 2 free throws for Caleb Carson. With Holland Christian already being in the bonus this quarter, we'll need to see more free throws getting put in. Percentage hasn't been too high so far this game.
21-20, just over 4 minutes left in the second quarter at the Holland Civic Center tonight. Oh, nice little move by Hogan, and he's going to go to the free throw line. A little shifty. Mitch has 2, and we'll see what Jansen does. Will he keep him in or take him out to get at least a breather for a few minutes? And yes, he'll take him out, and Bushhouse comes in.
Yeah, that's just a tough possession for Mischmerheisen. He went straight up, but the offensive player did a great job just drawing the foul.
Langyans to the rim and good. Some nice touch around the rim for Langyans. And we're going to get a call, and it's going to be a block. That was a bang-bang call. Could have gone either way. You saw the trail official call it, and the center official did not, even though it was on his side of the court.
Yeah, well, it was hard to tell whether the Wyoming player did extend the off arm or if Langyans tried to cut him off, and that's why it was a blocking foul. Either way, Wyoming with it now. Second chance opportunity is good for DeBose.
DeBose with the bucket off the glass. And he puts the Wolves up 1. Langyans gets into the lane and gets hit. The Wolves with a steal and a bucket, and they go up 3.
Holland Christian needs to be so smart with their passes. Wyoming are searching for those steals. One bad moment and it's a turnover. And the threes are just not falling for Carson here in the second quarter.
Vanderzee with a battle underneath off of Carson's miss. Appeared he got hit, but he'll get the benefit of the doubt on the out of bounds call. And Haig above the top of the key. And officials are going to have to get a little bit under control here because it's getting really physical.
Someone needs to go get that rebound for Holland Christian. And they do.
And Bushhouse. Yeah, they're going to get a push on Donovan Edwards. That's going to put Vanderzee at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's not the smartest decision.
And I think Jansen wants to time out.
Vanderzee was already going to have trouble landing and having to jump out of bounds to save the ball, but the defender did get in his landing spot, so good spot by the official there.
Yeah, so we are at 25-22, 2 minutes and 27 seconds actually left in the half. And this is good to see. You see the refs that are talking about it right here. You know, there was a couple consecutive possessions where there was probably more physicality than what you want. My expectation is coming out of the break, out of the timeout actually, you're going to see them calling it a little bit tighter. You want to manage the game as officials and make sure that it doesn't get out of hand physically and so that it doesn't escalate beyond that. Basketball's physical, but it got a little bit more physical than normal the last few possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You don't want things to just get out of hand in the game because it's hard to get them back under control again.
And Vanderzee off the back of the iron, no good. And converts the second one. Cross wanted to shoot that, but thought better of it. Passes to its teammate.
And Holland Christian just fighting for that offensive board. And now they have numbers in transition. And that could have been a foul there on the arm. No call though, Wyoming ball.
Bushhouse really active. He's got about 4 or 5 rebounds in about 1 or 2 minutes of action. You got to like his energy that he's bringing to the Maroons here. And he's going to pick up a blocking foul.
He is really embracing the physicality of this game very well.
Three team fouls by the Maroons. They've got 2 to give until the Wolves go into the 2-shot penalty. If you're watching that inbounds play on TV, that was a pretty solid play. The big was wide open, but Langyon's able to thwart the inbounds pass. We'll see if they go right back to the same inbounds play. A little bit of an elevator screen. And Vanderzee with a foul, but again, this is going to be an out of bounds for the Wolves. The refs are talking about it. Oh, they're going to call a moving screen before the foul on Vanderzee. It's a player control foul, so no free throws will be shot, but the Maroons will take over. Down 2 actually.
And we'll see what kind of offense they get going here. They definitely want to bring this game back to the tie before the end of the half.
Well, you got to like Langyon's ups. Kid can get off the ground.
Yeah, for sure. He's really keeping up with those big men under the hoop. Does get rejected that time around, though. They will have the ball under the hoop.
Hag with a triple, no good. Oh, a little bit of a swing there by Edwards, the Wolf player. Turnaround jumper, no good, but it's rebounded by Barenbrinker, and he puts it up and in, giving the Wolves a 4-point lead.
Unfortunate offensive rebound there for Holland Christian.
Hag got hit, no call. Oh, good play by Baker. Looked like a cornerback. And that's going to be over and back. You know what happened there is the Holland Christian player was not able to establish himself in the front court. If he's on the ground in the front court and catches it, then it's okay. But the problem is he jumped in the air from the back court to the front court and hadn't established himself. And the Wolves will take over. 40 seconds left in the first half.
And we'll see whether Wyoming does try to settle for the last shot, try to keep possession for 40 whole seconds.
Yeah, Wolves coach Tom Vanderklay's got to be happy with his team's effort tonight. At the Civic Center on the road, fun venue to play in for any high school athlete.
Yeah, what you don't like to see as a coach is with these non-conference games, sometimes the players try to take a little bit of a rest day. They are not today, though. The effort has been there for both teams.
And a triple try off the glass, no good. Hag gonna shoot it three-quarter court. He comes up short, and we go to the half. Wolves 27, Maroons, not Marines, Maroons 23. Hey, let's take a break. We'll come back just before the start of the second half with some first half observations and some scoring updates.
Now's your chance to come on down to the floor to support the Ocean View Care Center. You have the opportunity to help Holland Christian students raise money to provide the staff of Ocean View Care Center with gifts of Thanksgiving for their work. $1 gets you a 3-point shot to win either a candy bar or a can of pop. All proceeds will go toward gifts for the staff at Ocean View. Make your way down to the court this evening and support a great cause. You can be a Maroon, you can be a Wolf, it doesn't matter. $1 gets you a 3-point shot to win either a candy bar or a can of pop. But most importantly, help support a great cause this evening. Also, once again, a very special thank you to our Holland Civic Center basketball game sponsors for this season. A very special thank you to Cunningham Dolman, Kyle Keenan Group, Gentex Corporation, LVZ Financial Planning, Proline Concrete, and Lens Balder Insurance. Thank you for your support of Holland Christian basketball all season long right here at the Holland Civic Center.
And welcome back to the Holland Civic Center as we get ready for the second half of action. We've got some first half observations and some things to think about for the second half. Before we do that, Jonathan's got an update on scoring.
Yeah, so for Holland Christian, Luke Mishmerheisen scored 2, Michael Haig with 4, Langyans with 2, Grant Vanderzee with 7, and leading the scoring for Holland Christian, Caleb Carson with 8. And for the Wyoming Wolves, Avante Wiggins with 4, Donovan Edwards with 2, Taryn Calvert with 3, Zaire DeBose with 2, Jack Hogan with 4, Gabe Berenker with 4, Brendan Nesbury with 2, and leading the scoring Warren Williams with 6. 8 scores for Wyoming, only 5 for Holland Christian. Holland Christian with 0 bench scoring so far this game.
Yeah, and that's something you'll want to see in the second half. So we talked a little bit about a couple factors to consider as we look to the second half as Coach Jansen leads his team. What are some things that you observed?
Yeah, well, an easy one, 3-point shooting. Only 2 threes in the first half, and one of them was the floater at the buzzer from Michael Haig. So you definitely want to put in those open looks. And even more importantly than that, the live ball turnovers have been so bad for Holland Christian. Every time Wyoming is getting a steal, they're getting an easy layup on the other end. So they'll definitely need to be smarter with their passes, read the defense just like the defense is reading them.
Yeah, and then offensively, you got to believe that Holland Christian will continue to just move without the ball, especially backdoor cuts, as they've had some success doing that against this aggressive Wolves defense. All right, here we go. Third quarter action underway, and Haig directing his teammates as he's done all year long. Yeah, and that's exactly what the Wolves want to do. They want to get Holland Christian hurrying too fast, hurrying up too much. We got to be quick but not hurry.
Yeah, exactly. Playing too fast is just playing to Wyoming's pace. As Wiggins will have an open lane. Floater does not go.
And a rebound by Nesbury. And he puts the Wolves up 6 early in the second half of action. So glad you've joined us on HCLive as the Maroons, Michael Haig puts the ball in off the glass.
Another one of his favorite Euro steps. Gets him a wide open bucket every time.
And good defense by the Maroons. Haig unable to grab it before it goes out of bounds.
We'll see with the physicality that Wyoming is bringing to the court whether they'll get 5 fouls early on again this quarter like they did in the second. Although Holland Christian needs to knock down more free throws if they do get those opportunities.
And another runner by Wiggins, no good. Haig quickly in transition, and Langyans with a triple, and good from the wing. That's a big bucket for the Maroons, and right on point, Jonathan. You nailed it. Got to hit some trips.
Yeah, and Langyans in particular, his three-point shooting growth has been so significant this season. Early on, his shooting was a little bit of a liability, but now it's a weapon. His catch-and-shoot corner three has been useful.
Cut back door by Haig on point. That's just high basketball IQ. And it pays off with a bucket. His second straight bucket for the Maroons. And Mitch Morheisen clears the glass up to his trusted point guard. And the Maroons are in business. Langyans with his second triple try of the half, but Vanderzee with a rebound and bucket.
Those offensive boards are crucial.
And he puts the Maroons up 1. This game is such a game of runs, isn't it? And Wiggins with a layup puts the Maroons down 1 now and the Wolves up 1. frenetic pace to start the second half.
Yeah, definitely Holland Christian with a little bit of momentum coming into this third quarter. Got a little unlucky with an attempted steal attempt here. So Wyoming will retain the lead. However, great start for Holland Christian.
As we look ahead, the Maroons will be back here on Friday night. HCLive on the call again as they take on the Maroons in a doubleheader, a varsity doubleheader. The Maroons looking to avenge an early, first game of the OK Blue loss to Coopersville at Coopersville. And then in the second game of that doubleheader, the girls take on Coopersville, and they look to continue their dominance in the OK Blue. There's your turnover and desire to lead to a quick bucket. Good play by Jack Hogan of the Wolves. Just something that you talked about earlier, Jonathan, is that turnover to touchdown, turnover and quick bucket.
Yeah, exactly right. Let's say you have a travel. At least the ball stops. You can set back up on defense. However, as soon as there's a live ball turnover, like picking away the passing lanes, it's just a wide open layup on the other end, and that has been crucial for Wyoming.
Yeah, it certainly has led to multiple points in transition. And a 5-second call. Solid team defense by the Maroons, and that makes Coach Jansen pretty happy.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely communicated on the screens very well, not allowing any of the options for the offense. An open look. And Vanderzee, a lot of contact going up. No call, though. But they turn it over in transition. HC will have the ball again.
Yeah, that was a good look at the Wolves, just their desire to get up in transition, to make an up-tempo game of this.
Risky pass there, but Carson does get it. But it's knocked away going up. And now Wyoming has the numbers in transition.
Wiggins with a runner. No good, and now the Maroons in transition. Carson up to Vanderzee, who tries to dunk it, no good. And Karsten follows it up with a rebound and putback. Now that's something that is key for young players to do, is in transition, if you have a teammate up there that's going full speed for a layup, you've got to follow it and be disciplined on that. We saw that in the girls' game with a putback and a rebound and a putback. We just saw that with Karsten.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of the times when you feel like the person on offense has a wide open layup, it's so tempting to just sit back down court because that's where the possession is going to be soon. But you can be rewarded if you just use your effort.
And an over and back will give the ball to the Maroons, up 1.
Yeah, that's just a solid defensive possession for Holland Christian.
Hag defended between the circles. Mitchmore-Heisen to a Vanderzee in the low post, unable to handle the ball. Yeah, that's a good no call. Vanderzee with the verticality. And Karsten with another rebound and putback, his second in a row.
Yeah, Caleb Carson's putbacks alone have given Holland Christian this lead in the third quarter. 3 minutes left. We'll see how Wyoming responds. Open 3 for Edwards. No good.
Spin by Wiggins. And he puts it up and in, and Coach Tom Vanderclay with a quick timeout. 2:50 left in the third, and what's been a fun up and down game. 35-36, your Maroons up as they look to win this non-conference game. Kind of a fun scheduled event by AD Dave Engbirds, bringing Hart High School down a couple hours to play the girls, and then bringing the Wyoming Wolves west from Grand Rapids out here along the lakeshore, and kind of a non-traditional game, and it's really cool to see some non-conference action as we kind of split the first half of the OK Blue from the second half of the OK Blue. Jonathan, did you play yesterday?
So we actually had games earlier today at the high school. Maroons freshman and JV teams faced Wyoming. Freshmen pulled out a narrow one at the end. Won by 5 points, and not sure how the JV game ended.
Was that one is a close game throughout?
Well, I actually did not see it. I had to leave right after my game to
you had to get on the call over here for the girls' game. Take a quick shower and get over here and let's go.
Exactly.
You're doing a great job this year on HCLive. HCLive is blessed to have you on the call.
Yeah, thank you very much. Same
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been fun teaming up with you. And the Wolves with a couple quick buckets extend their lead to 3, 39-36. You got to like Michael Hagg's composure. You know, basketball is a game of runs. You can't get sped up too much, and Hagg with a shifty move to the rim, up and good, and he will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, only 5'10", but he just uses his awareness to get open on the inside, whether it's his Euro step or just taking his time waiting for the opening. And he can put in buckets on the inside.
Oh, no good on that. Oh, but a heavy play by Hagg. He's going to, a good hustle play by the Wolves. So 1:43 left in the third quarter, 39-38. Wolves with a 1-point lead. And a backdoor cut by Baker, up and in. Talked about that all day long.
Yeah, the off-ball movement is just crucial for Holland Christian. They're not as fast as Wyoming, but if they can get those cheeky cuts, they can make things work.
And Baker with another bucket. Making an impact here as we are in the closing minute of the third quarter. And the Maroons up 3 in a back and forth game.
Yeah, I've lost track of how many times the lead has changed. And that's Wiggins' great put back there. Back to a 1-point game. 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. We'll see what Holland Christian decides to do with it.
Donovan Edwards with a foul on Hagg.
Great drive there by Van Heist, drawing the foul.
And the Maroons will get it on the baseline as Hagg barks out directions to his teammates with a baseline out of bounds play for Gravenhoff. He's down low. He looks to pass it. You know, you want to see Gravenhoff go up with it when he's that close.
Yeah, but great job by Holland Christian getting back, not allowing a transition layup, and it pays off. They will retain possession.
Yeah, the sophomore, Jake Holcomb, defended Wiggins nicely, using his length. And Haig's going to wait for the last shot and see if he can get a ball screen by Gravenhoff. And he does. A little hezzy, up, and no good. But Baker with a rebound and gets it blocked. But you have to like his energy and he's been active the last couple minutes of the third. And we go to the fourth with the Maroons holding on to the slimmest of leads, 42-41.
Yeah, big difference. I feel like the Holland Christian bench has really stepped up in this third quarter. They're making the hustle plays. They're getting the rebounds, getting back in transition. It's just been massive not letting Wyoming just run away with this game based off them just forcing turnovers with their speed on defense.
So the Maroons, as we said, will be back in action on Friday against Coopersville. Then they go on the road to Fruitport next week, Tuesday, as the OK Blue heats up. And then the following Friday, in a week and a half, they'll be at West Catholic. Meanwhile, the Wolves, they're going to go to Zeeland West this week, Friday, as they go back into OK play, and then Zeeland East next week. So ultimately, this is their first of 3 games along the lakeshore, as they are road tripping the next few weeks. All right, Maroons coming out with a little bit of a zone, a little 2-3 zone by Coach Jansen, as he looks to slow the Wolves down. And the Wolves are patient. I think they're just trying to figure out what their 2-3 offense is.
And every zone is different, so also maybe just figuring out exactly where the gaps are in the defense.
Yeah, and they overloaded the right-hand side as Wiggins got to the rim, unable to convert, but his teammate, Jake Holcomb, no, not Jake Holcomb, Jack Hogan, my bad, picks up the bucket.
Shot will not go for Mishreisen. And Wyoming pushing in transition.
Holcomb with a 3-point shot, no good, and now Vanderzee in transition. Now he's going to try to dunk again. This time no good, and Jansen is not happy.
Vanderzee has been so consistent in those dunks. Just cannot put them in today.
Langons with a fake, gets to the lane, and runner no good. The Wolves look to speed things up in transition, and Wiggins is going to go to the line. Karsten got him as Wiggins got to the rim like he's done so often tonight.
I feel like Holland Christian was a little slow to get back there. They definitely could have prevented that foul from ever happening. Their energy needs to come up a little bit in this fourth quarter as Wyoming has the lead.
Wiggins makes his first. Yeah, the way it's been going back and forth, you got to think this is going to go to the last few minutes of the ball game. Man, Wiggins converts the second. And Carson gets it knocked away from him, and the Wolves back in transition. And good box out by Mitch Morheisen as he gets fouled. Jack Hogan with a foul. That is his third foul of the night.
Three-pointers are not exactly falling for either team, first half or second half. This has just been an interior battle.
And we have a timeout by the Maroons. We've got a full timeout. We'll take a quick break and be back in 60 seconds. So we are back at the Civic Center. 5:59 left in tonight's game, the third game of the night at the Civic, a triple header of action. And the Maroons looking to win this non-conference matchup with the Wyoming Wolves. Right now down by 3. And a turnover. And that foul is not the worst foul in the world as Haig picks it up. What it does is stops the Wolves in transition, and really it's only his second of the night, and the Maroons as a team, their second foul.
Yeah, I believe he did think that through in the moment. I think that was an intentional foul. He's not exactly one to really dive in to get that steal. And he didn't seem too frustrated after it either. So smart play by Michael Haig.
Yeah, you got to believe it was a intentional. It was a non-intentional intentional foul, we should say.
Yeah, might as well go for the steal if it works out. Great. If it doesn't, it's fine.
2-3 zone by the Maroons. So far, it's been pretty effective. And a great pass by Haig to Langyans, who lays it up and lays it in. As the Maroons with a little bit of transition offense themselves. So we'll look for the Wolves in their zone offense to overload a side. So far they're pretty patient, kind of running that traditional player at the top at the free throw line and then one along the baseline.
I have to say, it looks like Wyoming has definitely played against zone defense before. Very in control. The long two does not go for Nesbury.
Haig to Vanderzee, who runs over the Wyoming Wolf defender, and that's a good call. If you watch this in transition, he's just standing there. You gotta like Vanderzee's assertiveness, and yet that one was an easy call for the official.
Yeah, Edwards did a great job setting his feet early before Vanderzee got there. And this will be a timeout.
Yeah, so just over 4 minutes left. We've got a 45-44 matchup at the Civic Center. So glad you tuned in. I think a shout out to the entire HCLive crew is very warranted.
Yeah, they just worked so hard behind the scenes, making this production possible.
Yeah, thanks to all of the students that run it. Thanks to Dan Voss for his, as we often say, vision. As this was not a product of COVID. Actually, HCLive was started before COVID, and it's a model for so many high schools and really even colleges, especially in the last few years. It's a pleasure to be on the call with you, Jonathan.
Yeah, pleasure being with it in you in a close game. Back-to-back, girls and boys varsity.
All right, here we go. Buckle up.
Wyoming up 1 point, approaching halfway through this fourth quarter.
Good pass by Wiggins over to Nesberry, who puts it up and in. And the Wolves up 3. Hag all the way to the rim, no good. But, you know, as a guard there, you didn't get stopped. And if you're not getting stopped, take it all the way to the rim, and he's going to get rewarded. Smart play by Hag. Hag, a senior point guard, been on the varsity. This is his third year, I believe, on the varsity. And he makes the first. And Hag off the back of the iron, no good. Baker with some action again and is rewarded by having the Maroons with the ball. Baker in and misses it. And here you go, Wolves in transition. And smartly take it back out. Maroons in a man-to-man now. They've gone away from the 2-3. And Wiggins fouled. Wolves will take it out on the baseline.
Yeah, Wyoming still has some fouls to give in this quarter. However, I do see the Holland Christian 4 fouls. Next foul will put Wyoming at the line. An offensive rebound there by Edwards, and they'll get a second opportunity.
And a three-pointer no good by Wiggins. Hag is fouled again. A little bit of a frustration foul, I got to believe, from Wiggins after his three-point miss from the baseline. Yeah. 3 minutes left, and the Wolves up 2. Good baseline play by Jansen, and Hag converts the triple. That's the old school baseline play where the inbounder gets screened after the pass and goes to the corner and shoots the triple. Hag converted.
So simple yet so effective. And a couple more of these triples and AC could walk away with this. And we all know they are very capable of knocking down the three-point shot.
Hag's had a really nice second half of action for the Maroons. He's definitely led this team as the Maroons go back to that zone, that 2-3 zone. It's been effective.
Yeah, I love what Coach Jansen is doing. They're not sticking to one defense. They're not letting the offense figure it out. They're going back and forth, keeping them guessing. And this works so well. As that'll be a foul on Calvert.
You know, I think one of the things that Jansen's recognized is the Wolves really have not shown the ability to knock down the three-point shot consistently. And so in some ways you're forcing them to shoot threes.
Yeah.
And it's working.
The 2-3 zone really locks up the inside. So either forcing tough shots on the inside or three-pointers, which aren't falling for Wyoming this game. And Langhans will drive.
Langhans with a triple, and that's a travel. Yeah, that is a travel. And that's the right call by the official. It was delayed. But he did get that one right, unfortunately. 1 point game under 2 minutes left. And the Maroons stay in their 2-3 zone. It's been effective. The Wolves really haven't been able to get to the rim as effectively as they have been in a man-to-man. Oh, and a good pass. Really good pass by Wiggins over to his teammates. Hogan, who converts and puts the Wolves up one. Hagen transition and settles down.
Approaching the 1 minute mark.
Heisen's been a little quiet tonight, and he gets blocked. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Wolves will retain it. We've got 56 seconds left.
It's been hard to keep track of who is in the lead, and now that we're under 1 minute left, it's important that even though it's a 1 point game, Wyoming has the lead, which means Holland Christian cannot sit back on offense. But Wyoming maybe can, which might make the 2-3 zone a little less effective since it takes a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah, and so Tom Vanderklay wants to talk it over with his team. I imagine he's setting up an inbounds play. But here's the game reset. We've got 4 team fouls on both. Next team foul, both teams will be in that 2-shot penalty. The possession arrow is for the Maroons, so a jump ball would be awarded to the Maroons. And yeah, we've got just over a minute left on HCLive, and what's been a really entertaining game, up and down, a lot of action, and it's been a fun non-conference game.
Yeah, there hasn't been a single point in the game where you look and just see that one team is better. It's just been back and forth, both teams battling so well.
Yeah, and it's a battle really between two differentiating styles of play. Yeah. Maroons having a little bit more size, the Wolves with the speed, quickness, and the Maroons not always an up-tempo team, while the Wolves just want to get up and down.
And even so much as the small things, like the fact that Wyoming has a little more ISO play, while Holland Christian loves to run off the ball. Just two differentiating styles, but it's been neck to neck.
Yeah, and the Wolves are just going to be content. I mean, in essence, your call is absolutely right. They're going to force the Maroons to foul, is what they're going to do. And there's a double dribble. Good defense by Baker and Haig, forcing the turnover by Donovan Edwards.
And this makes the game a lot more interesting, if that's even possible.
49-48 HC down. What are you going to see here, Jonathan?
You want a quick shot, most likely. You can't save for last shot. There's too much risk. You want to at least be able to foul if the shot does not fall.
Langyans with a drive. No good, but he's fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots with 21.7 seconds left. You know, you saw that high screen on that, trying to get one of the Maroons in the post. Maroons not able to get there, but Langyans with a really nice drive to the rim, as that's one of his skill sets, is his ability to get to the glass. Not incredibly tall, but his ability to jump and his athleticism definitely were a factor there.
Yeah, he can get a shot on the inside, he can draw fouls, and he can knock down the free throws. First one did fall.
And the second one, no good. We got a tie ball game. And you got to believe the Wolves will hold it to the last shot.
Yeah, no need to give Holland Christian another chance at this game.
Yeah, and Vanderklay with a timeout. 13.1 seconds left. The Wolves will have it at the 28-foot line along the sideline.
I have to think how different this last possession would look if Henry Langyans did knock down that last free throw. It was crucial. Well, one free throw is better than nothing when you're down one. And this will make an exciting last possession of regulation. We'll see if Wyoming can clinch this one.
Now, here's what I think the Wolves will do. I think they'll spread the court. They'll get Wiggins at the top of the key between the circles and let him attack and maybe look to pass off to either Hogan or Nesberry. They've both been successful around the rim, or he'll shoot one of his runners. But his quickness has been a problem. But then meanwhile, what does Coach Jansen do? Does he go back to that 2-3 zone, or does he stay in the man-to-man?
Yeah, I think a 2-3 zone would be very interesting here. That could really throw Wyoming off guard, because it takes time to get a shot against the 2-3 zone. Well, against man-to-man, you can make something happen within 7 seconds.
All right, man-to-man, and Wiggins will get it. Oh, boy, there's a dangerous pass. All right, so they are spreading it for Wiggins. He's attacking, and a shot right inside the rim. 6 seconds left, he makes it, and Jansen with a timeout.
You know, one guy in the paint needs to step up, put a hand up. That's not a shot you can let up. Now this could be a tough ending for Holland Christian. 5.3 left, and they cannot advance the ball with a timeout.
So there's a lot of time left to go full court. The Maroons have to understand, they have to, as we said earlier, be quick but don't hurry. I got to believe Jansen's going to want to get the ball to Hag, and he might run some type of a double, kind of a staggered screen along one side of the court and have Hag go ultimately try to get all the way to the rim. Maybe run one of your bigs opposite for a quick pass, or maybe a rebound off of a miss.
Exactly right, and you have to assume that Wyoming will deploy some kind of a full court press. There's no reason to sit back and allow Holland Christian a shot in the half court. But with a 2-point lead, any two will tie it, and a 3 will win it for Holland Christian.
Yeah, you got Vander Zee all the way at his offensive in the front court right near the hoop. He might be that player that they're going to look to opposite. All right, so here you got Hag. He's going to go down that side, no screen.
Now
and he will call a timeout just over the midcourt line, and Jansen's got 3.6 seconds left. Now, they get the ball at the 28-foot line, and this is where coaches have got to have that play in their playbook. You know, you're down 2, you're down 1, 3 seconds left. You might see some type of a screen action where you'll run a kid from the block up to the wing to set a screen for one of the bigs like Mitch Merheisen or Vander Zee to go to the block. And then what you want to look for is the kid inbounding the ball to make an immediate pass down to the block. With Holland Christian's size, I got to think that's one thing they're going to look at doing.
And they're setting up in a little bit of a box formation here.
You know, he's got his best passer throwing the ball in with Hag. And here's where you're going to see it. I think that, or you're going to see Carson get open for maybe a three-point shot on a screen. All right, so here we go. There's that pick down low to Mitch Merheisen. Pass to Carson, no good. Vander Zee with a triple try, no good, and the Maroons go down at the Civic Center, 51-49. I'll tell you, that was a great play drawn up by Jansen.
Yeah, you had the opportunity, but it slipped through the hands of Carson. The opportunity missed. And what an effort by both teams.
Yeah, it's an entertaining game. Too bad the Maroons had to go down. Just couldn't execute that last play, but it's been a pleasure to be with you on HCLive tonight. Again, the Wolves go into the Civic Center and beat the Maroons 51-49. The Maroons will be back in action on Friday, though, as they take on the Coopersville Broncos. Great night with you.
Yes, thank you very much.
And thanks to everybody for tuning in to HCLive tonight. Thanks again to the HCLive crew for all your work in making such an amazing broadcast. Have a great night, everyone.
Why y'all ain't got this on? I want to say something for the camera.
Yeah, they all went. Back at it. Deja.